by hunger now, and sweet looked. Suddenly, my heart jumped into my throat as a brave black crazy ant dared to step up to the jelly cup, despite fire ants being all around. Oh, and with a blink of an eye, it was out of there. Too dangerous. Man, these black crazy ants are little speedsters. The Crimson Knights were determined to defend this delectable prized possession, and weren't willing to share, as this jelly cup could feed their colony for days and help them grow bigger and more powerful. But the black crazy ants were brave and weren't afraid of the close proximity with their fiery counterparts. They could easily run circles around the fire ants, it seemed. I wondered how this competition over the jelly cup would play out. The Crimson Knights, determined to work as quickly and effectively as possible, raced back to their nest with full social stomachs, trying to get the job done before the black crazy ants came up with a plan to steal the jelly. For now, the fire ants chased any approaching black crazies away, on sight. But this jelly cup was huge, and there were only so much fire ants to process the jelly. So I was curious to know how the fire ants would deal with more and more black crazy ants approaching. In fact, I had no idea how big the black crazy ant colony was, as it only seemed like under 100 black crazies were around at the moment. But in my mind, if enough black crazy ants arrived to steal the jelly, they just might be able to overwhelm the fire ants. I didn't know, but I decided to simply watch the scene unfold, since so far, our pet fire ants seem to have the situation under control. The black crazies couldn't do much, but race around in envious hunger. I decided to come back in a few hours to check up on the scene. But what I saw when I came back was quite surprising. A barrier. The Crimson Knights had decided it was time to trump the black crazy ants and build a wall to keep the trespassers away from their goods. I should have seen this coming. Look at how eager and fast the fire ants were working, too. They knew this wall needed to be built ASAP, as the black crazy ants were still working on pressing in. Look at how fast they're moving. I bet they knew the black crazy ants were managing to take quick slurps now from the jelly. And to add to the urgency, I had to feed the colony their nightly roach. So now the ants were dealing with two food items that could be potentially stolen by the black crazy ants. It actually amazed me to see how the Crimson Knights were tackling the situation. They knew that if they could cover the majority of the exposed jelly, they wouldn't need as many ants to defend the jelly from the black crazies. So far, the idea seemed to be working, as I caught the fire ants keeping the black crazy ants on their toes, as they tried to sneak in little bites of jelly, but failed. Regardless, the black crazy ants and their entire colony had now been informed of the jelly cup, and were not about to give up just yet. Now guys, let's take a few moments to watch how all of this unfolds, where the fire ants continue to fortify the barrier covering their jelly, and the black crazy ants relentlessly pushing in to have a taste of the jelly. The scene was quite intense,